Way back to base. Solo hasted. Has to get out of this lane quickly. He's almost dead. Meanwhile, top lane always want to fly. He's going to tank an unstable concoction. Bulba. He's here with the Malefice. The stun comes out. They stack the stuns a bit, but follow damage and always want to fly enough to kill him off. Resolution rotates in, but in the end, first blood.
Harder Resolution had a double damage rune, but there was the puck on the top cliff, so that there was a possibility of him just doing some damage, a little bit of silence there, and maybe making it difficult to follow up on EGM.
This might be a kill in Saint State. Resolution's got the vision. One more auto attack, gets the solo kill. Big plays from him, and he can bottle up. They're gonna pay. They were close, they weren't there, and Bulba, meanwhile, picking up a smoke. Looks like he'll be going for that early gank while top, straight onto Silent. Out stun, follow up orb in from Quake, but he might be the third kill. He's dove under tower, chilling touch damage. This will turn against him. Quake at least getting the kill. One more auto attack though, they'll get the focus to trade. An absolute bloodbath all of a sudden. Horizon tries to turn this, the Ancient Emperor's Vice Blast, chucks forth. Quakepa will end up going down as he orbed into the middle of the enemy team. Silent loses his ult. Pycat arrives. Everybody to the middle lane. The only hero not here is the Centaur, and he does it for Resolution. He thought he had him. He'll end up going down to the acid spray of EGM.
Contribution too, so he was down bottom, but that didn't work out alongside the Centaur. And now he finally gets his ultimate, but like you said, they have to count.
Well, Ice Blast was used up. They're showing Resolution top, and it doesn't rush pit. Tinker will go. This will be an easy rush. They might try to contest it, but close to 1500 plus HP. Well, to go with the drums, as well as the backup we'll have for Mag, and with the double damage run on the Razor, he's quickly pushing through this tower. There's a rotation from Silent, heads up the southern ramp and looks to cut off the Tinker defense. And Resolution will now remove a crucial access point. One more Sakuchi should be enough to kill him off. No stick charges, can he TP? Can he juke this? Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. As Silent retreats, Pycat plinks through him. One Sakuchi will finish him off. Empire just died incredibly behind enemy lines. He'll lose Silent as well. Both of those high farming cores go down. Silent and always want to fly will also join them at the well. The other. This is a big win for them. Tinker, they were 9-1. This would have put them at double-digit wins, 10-1, and now their second loss in Starladder Europe, Blaze.
Yeah, well, Empire are the ones to really take it to them. This is the kind of team that knows what to do in the lake, and we saw how impeccable their decision-making was in the really long haul and a 1 hour, 15-minute game. This one went to 52, but they still knew what they needed to accomplish, and that silencer was of the utmost importance. That's why I wasn't sure about him building the mechanism and him having to be delayed so much. I mean, obviously Pycat ran over him in the early stages, but the game goes long enough, they get the press R to win button, and that's what they do. Team Tinker made some great plays. I love the Roche snatch from Sing Sing, but in the end, Empire triumph, and good game to them.
And with that, guys, that's going to wrap up our second match of the day. Coming up as our third match for Starladder Europe will be MYM versus Tinker. You'll get to see Tinker again as they search for redemption and that double-digit win total heading towards the final games of Starladder Season 10 for them. They're still on the road to Kiev if they can put a couple more wins on the board. And with that being said, I'm LD, he's Blaze. You're watching Beyond the Summit's coverage of Starladder Season 10. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Getting caught out here is going to be too much for him, I think.
He does get a few moments to run back. It's already sticking April Victor. I don't know if they have the damage for this. They'll try though. Curse the Silence. Savo starting to drop. Will tango his way through. Blocked by the creep wave, and that's a first blood. I thought they saw the smoke.
FNG.
They will lose their Shadow Demon for this, but another great gank for them. And FNG looks to turn this. Gets the stun off on J4. Doesn't have Wave of Terror though, and he'll need a secondary missile to get this kill. J4 no salve. Can't stay in range. FNG too slow by the sticky napalm. They might even be able to turn this.
Oh, they will.
Disruption, Soul Catcher.
Relentless about this, and right now, I mean, Vanscore is a great target to pick off, but Havos might be extending even further.
Yeah, Fireflies, and will now try to chase this one the other direction. Following up, Havos out of position again, but I don't know if they can dive too much farther with Cheshire Cat. He'll get stunned, ends up living, barely Vanscore, one more auto, can't kill him. The auto charge to save him. Now the chase is on, the slow from the lightning, enough to set up the kill. PR. We'll try it. He is by Danny to try and slow the suppression down, but with Edict totally down in 10 seconds, the double damage in on the bat, and Napalm to scout up the tree line, it seems Navi have to forfeit this one. Meanwhile, bottom lane, the Viper dies. Vanscore forced to take out one more auto attack. Oh, it's going to be close. Close with the poison, but not quite enough. on the poison stacking up. Now the Brood Split arrives, and Bankscore gets pushed back in. The medallion damage is painful. One more boulder toss, but Thagavor onto the Fire Panda. He gets stunned, can't commit to the kill, so it's Hobost instead. It's always poor Hobost, surrounded and left alone. He'll go down again. Long. This is a full duration BKB, practically 9 seconds, but now caught by an Ice Path. Defensive Disruption already been used. Wow. He'll end up going down. Na'Vi finally finding their openings here, and this is the danger for this PR draft. As great as their start was, they can't afford to give up these kills. Deddy now has his Ghost Scepter to go with the Taser, and he's my favorite song in the world to play after, but it's got to be earned. Yeah, just give it.
In before it gets you to do.
That is not happening. There's a much better song going right now. I'm all tapped to see that Apollo. Use the Apollo camera to full effect. And at long last, our Pro Alliance versus Virtus.Pro. Thank you for watching our marathon coverage of Starladder Season 10. One more game, and then we'll take a break, and we'll come back in about 9-10 hours. So, thanks for watching. I'm LD. He's Blaze. Follow him on Twitter, @BlazeCasting, myself, @LDDota, and get all the VODs at youtube.com/BeyondTheSummit. We shall return for that final match after this. Stay with us.
The battle begins.
Seems an easy first blood.
Cask is there, the follow-up will come, and Jotum's bottom bites the dust. That's
going to give an opening for their third smoke. Jotum and Yul making their way around.
Yeah, no more smokes for 3 minutes, and after that it's going to be a solid 10-minute wait for them, so they got to make this one count. Yul and Jotum moving up the ramp as a tandem, but Misery is here to greet them and dispel it, and he'll back off. Radiant Observer Ward just barely out of range, almost barking at his shield, but not enough to connect. And yeah, so Death Prophet has her bottom phase boots. I think it was the Null Talisman drop down to use the bottom more efficiently.
Yeah, he picked it up, whatever it was, so I mean, no loss there, but they take.
It's a perfect fight for them anyway. Bulldog on the chase, and they only stole an Anchor Smash here, but in the end they still get the TA. They hold the line, and now Loda chases, looking for a kill. Arrow, that'll be dodged, and Jotum continues on the street. So slowly taking out the Ghost. One more Crit Storm. The Ghost finish him off. BZZ looking for Chessie, but the Ghosts are going to return soon. No, has to kill him soon. Plasma Field, not in time. The Ghosts are back. BZZ's dead. It's 3 that are going to fall. Make it 4 with the Razor's dead. And Alliance complete the wipe, killing off the Shadow Demon on the end of the. If Alliance 5-man, they can't find those picks, and there's no reason for Alliance not to 5-man, really. G mid lane, dropping him down to the Croaster. He's got cheese. If he can live through this, he can pop it. Bulldog got a little excited and start going for other targets, but they still goes back, gets the kill, and yeah, 2 easy stacks. Just
he doesn't get anything out of the Courier, and they're going in.
They get a bash from BCZ as well, but the counter Ravage. Ravage 1, it's been stolen by Misery. He jumps in and nails everyone. Oh, that's going to be tough to fight through. Exorcism doing his work. BZZ still standing strong for the time being. But I don't know if it's enough. Chessie's just running right through the entire base. Now he's on the retreat out. Maybe they can turn this with the buyback from the Tidehunter. He'll just look to stall, and Bulldog sets up the Chrono. That's going to nail the 2 carries. They'll find another here. Sedoya the trees. It's not enough. Bash up from Bulldog right as Jotum's mid-leap, and GG. It's just too much. It's too much team fight. They had to be beyond perfect to win at this stage. It's a rampage for Chessie. The much. And to be fair, he had a lot of help from Bulldog, but he pulls it off, puts a cherry on to top off this game as a Sunday, and that's going to wrap up the broadcast, Blaze. Alliance now improved to 6-4. They are right outside of that top 4 with a shot to go to the Landfighters of Kiev. They'll need a couple more good games like this to do it, but man, too much wombo combo from Alliance. You just don't want to go late against that.
They gave them an inch and they took a mile. Alliance, they had a small freebie on the way of Virtus.Pro by not taking that early Roche when they had the opportunity to do so, and every step since then was favorable for Alliance. MVP Bulldog easily with those Chronos, but some great play from the entire team, including Misery with multiple Ravage steals. So in general, very exciting game to watch. It seemed like it was going to be just completely one-sided with the early momentum, but that's where you let up and where you get overconfident. So nice job by Alliance to punish that, to bring it back, and to take the game here in 52 minutes.
And so ends another marathon day of broadcasts here at Beyond the Summit. It's been another 12 to 13 hour day. Hope you guys enjoyed it. All VODs available at youtube.com/BeyondTheSummitTV. Of course, you can follow Blaze at BlazeCasting. Blaze, thank you so much for sticking with me, man. I really appreciate it. And last but not least, guys, if you want, you can follow me on Twitter as well, at LDDOTA. We'll have VODs available, as well as a BTS moment of that Tidehunter and its unfortunate Blake. I think that one will entertain the people who didn't get to catch it live. Guys, thanks for watching. For those who missed the earlier games, we're going to start a full rebroadcast. That will be kicking off, hopefully within the next 15-20 minutes. And, well, with that being said, Starladder Europe is done, but we'll be back in about 12 hours' time for more SEA, more China action, China Cup Dota, all the Dotas here on Beyond the Summit. We'll see you later. Stay tuned. Goodbye.
To harass the Enigma, but he's got the Eidolons in a good position.
He can actually like turn on them if they're not careful. Foil mid lane. They go in on G. Skywrath Mage is going to follow this up with concussive shot. The nukes coming forward. The orb connecting. It's an easy first blood. Still VP. Just besides the basics.
I think it would be a mistake to go for the Roche Pit without level 6 on the A, though. There's just so much utility in that. They're going to actually go for the split here onto Gyro, but the Stampede. It's a pretty well countermeasure. Look at that Boulder fly.
Long range Boulder goes engaged extremely early. Now Overwatch the ball, and they continue to dive on the BCC. Can they finish them all? So we're not going to see the build that Silent prefers, which is never a BK Ryosha. It's always like an early Yasha, sometimes even gets drummed. Tries to save the BKB more for the mid game, where the big deciding team fights often happen. But this is going to be a more defensive build by BZZ, and there is still some control for him. He's going to do it, but this time it's the dodge the Centaur's done much better use of it, as Lil is pursued out, quickly filled off by Johnum's ultimate. Ben's thrown up in the air during this time. The BKB from BZZ is punishing the tower knight, killing off the second hero, as Scandal will fight the dust. Now they throw the lifesteal up the end. They'll drop him back down, straight into a Sidoi stomp. It's a 3
of this game, where essentially the only thing that went right for them was that 633 was getting some last hits. Everything else, the support's okay, we go.
BKB from BZZ turns, stands his ground and works on Illidan, who just doesn't have the damage. This is an underfarmed, underpowered lifestealer, getting absolutely annihilated from the high ground by BZZ, who still stands strong, finally losing his Aegis. The Mystic Flare was attempted for him.
Okay. One team winning one way or another. Team Tropical or whatever is pulling ahead here. But yeah, Gyrocopter's bringing this team into the industrial era, and it is not looking good for the. I mean, look at that Lifestealer farm. He has a third of BZZ's number. It's just absolutely absurd.
Oh, it's on Nexus. That's all she wrote. Black hole, but they're too tanky, man. They're too tanky. They just turn and kill him off after all.
It's so beautiful, but.
Needed win here in Starladder Europe play, and with this game ending, we'll actually take a quick look at our grid and just see where does this put VP as we move towards the second half of the group stage. They're 3-0 after this win. NBMI now 3-4. They had a great performance in Game Show League and did well against their CIS brethren, but in Starladder they have been kind of middling as far as their performance. And well, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, it was a fairly quick first match, but we've got more coming your way. The next game will be Empire versus Team Tinker. Big match for both teams, especially Tinker, who with a win there, they'd be 10-1. They could lose out and still be 10-5, which I think is almost guaranteed to go to the playoffs. It's got to be close anyway, as there's plenty of opportunities for these other teams below them to lose along the way. So with that being said, I'm LD. He's Blaze. You can follow him at BlazeCasting on Twitter, myself at LDDOTA on Twitter. We'll return in just a few moments' time for Tinker versus Empire. Stay with us. You're watching Beyond the Summit. Okay.
So you had the 3 range creeps there to just demolish the creep wave, 1 point in Aura, and the Ring of Basilius.
Stun onto Ace, he's out of mana. The dual breath connects. This is probably the first one. Once he gets amazing backtrack. Not amazing enough in terms of the RNG.
Sure that he cannot keep up with the time walk shenanigans. It's going to cost him as much mana to sit through the curse as it is to cast the time walk itself. And yeah, one more curse like that and Ace won't have an escape. But for now, it's just going to be the tower kill, clean, and go on the way to Jakiro. So some nice early gold for him.
Have Exorcism up for some time. And this is where the Venge Star isn't going to really help you, because these ghosts are not auto attacks, so debuff when the Venge dies does not slow down this push really at all. Neither does it help with the liquid fire.
Yeah, I think you only put 1 point in too, so it's kind of a value point, but also not good.
Let's be aggressive. Gwen gets called out, held in place. He won't be able to get off an epicenter for this. He'll go down first. So now it's just the Dragonite trying to duke it out. And even with the Chronosphere, they just don't have the damage to make anything happen. 60 points from off the fight. The Dragonite diving for EDM will get the kill, but the whole supporting cast is gone. They actually lost the Faceless Void as well. Now the Global just to secure the kill and Arise. I mean, why the hell not? Next fight probably won't be for 2 minutes anyway. EGM ends up living on a sliver of HP.
But not really going to be an option for him here, and it's just so hard to turn these fights around. You're going to be screwing yourself over more often than not. We do see the engagement up top. Rise is going to have a Ice Blast very shortly.
And Making Silence once again stomped and dealt with. This Void is having an absolutely...
Probably the active Scepter, but I think he's the only exception. Everybody else at BKB City, honestly. But we're going to see the stun just barely connects on Quicks, but Quickva is actually 1v2 right now.
Gets stunned, but the follow-up from Rise a bit slow to arrive. They'll kill off Quicks here, but the trade does come as they at least get the Centaur. BKB from Rise Epicenter, burrow in onto EGM, doesn't have his ultimate. They want to kill off this pesky silencer. 2 more auto attacks would do it, and they'll get the kill. But now he's going to lose his ability to auto attack. Meanwhile,
that we can do it even faster, the fact that EGM can farm up that much more rapidly and they can give emphasis to it. I mean, you saw that Axe Rush. That was no buy 2 pairs of sentries, buy mechanism, gradually work your way there, win at like the 50-minute mark. That was, let's just screw them over entirely with this ulti, get 2 if the game lasts more than 30 minutes. And it certainly did not. They pushed in, they got some great momentum behind Bulba, they made their lanes work out very well, and some great play overall. Sing Sing is 6-0-6 and ends the game with 550 GPM. Really, to kind of the anchor of their team that they pushed forward with some great support.
Well, and on that note, guys, that's going to wrap up our 3rd match of Starladder Europe. It's day 2 of the 14-hour marathon. I'm LD, he's Blaze. Thank you for watching. You know the drill. YouTube.com/BeyondTheSummit.tv, Twitter.com/BlazeCasting to follow him. And if you enjoy his insight, want to hear more of him in the future, of course, at LD.DOTA for myself as well. And with that, guys, we'll take a short break here. I actually don't even know when the next match is going to be, but it'll happen soon enough. Stay tuned for that. We'll be back. Oh, you're watching Beyond the Summit. Yeah, see ya.